Hey everyone. Okay, so welcome to this I guess little tutorial we could call it on really deciphering messages that we receive from the universe, from spirit, the things in our everyday life that we notice. So, once you've gone through this spiritual awakening and you're on this spiritual journey, what often happens is we start to be really more mindful and aware when things in our environment are talking to us or sending messages. And what do I mean by that? I mean that it could be the repeated angel numbers on the clock or when you pick up your phone. It could also be, car registrations tend to talk to me quite a lot. It may be that there's just something in your everyday life that is repeating. Say you notice a specific bird that's coming to you a lot, or something else in your environment like that. Maybe you receive feathers and just general kind of signs from spirit, I guess. Sometimes though we do get into this situation where we feel like the universe is speaking to us, but we're really not hearing what they've got to say, or we're like, we don't know what to do, we don't know what you're talking about. We can look up angel numbers, we can get generic feedback from that, from the World Wide Web. And, obviously those kind of things we can have a look up. But, really often the message is very much more personal to us, and not so much generic. So what I want to do in this little tutorial is give you an insight and a tool, I guess, or a guide to actually really be able to understand your own messages that you are receiving inside in form of signs from the universe. So this is a little bit of a guided meditation, I guess you could call it, in order to receive some information from your higher self, from your guides, in what it is that they are trying to get over to you. So I don't want to chatter on too much. What I really want to do is just take you into this guided visual and allow you to explore for yourself. Now, one thing that I want to say to you is, when we go into this visual, you may just see colors, maybe you'll hear sounds, maybe you'll have a knowing, or maybe you just have feeling inside of this connection. So, there's no right or wrong way to do it. So, you can't fail at this. You can't do it wrong. You may get a small amount of information. At first, you may not really get very much. But the one thing that I will say is that if you continue to use this process, it will get a bit easier for you. And, you will start tapping into more of your clairs, more of your senses, and be able to receive bigger downloads. So just be gentle, kind to yourself at the beginning, and don't worry if you don't get too much. But, let's have a look. Let's go in and let's see. So what I want you to do first is, the way that I actually used to do this was passed to me by a healer that I actually seen. And I felt like it was the missing piece inside of the communication with my spirit team, with the universe at the beginning of my journey. It was something that I did nearly every day or regularly when I received messages. Now that I work with spirit, I get those messages, much more clearly for myself now. But certainly at the beginning of my journey, this did serve a purpose to me. So what I used to do is if I would receive angel numbers during the course of the day, I would just jot them down inside my notes on my phone. Maybe it was maybe it was a car registration that I've seen that was quite interesting. Maybe I was asking the universe for signs and I got a car registration that seemed to resonate with me. I go through phases when spirit want to find me or really connect to me, and I'm not I guess I'm a little bit more in my head and not so much in my body. I tend to get car registrations with some kind of connotation of my name. It might be EMS, it might be my initials, EJS, or, you know, it might just be M. So I tend to get car registrations when, you know, a spirit are like, hey, you haven't seen me for a while, I haven't checked in. And that's my sign that I, you know, need to do a bit of meditation and really just a bit more connection, I guess. All right, so I would just jot down the different things that happened to me during the course of the day, because of course we're busy, we're moving, we have jobs, we have to do things. So, you know, we can't just drop into a meditation like that when we, you know, get a 222 on the car clock. So I would just do that. And then I would find a space in the evening after dinner for me when I could grab a little bit of quiet time. And you don't need a long time to do this, right? And then what I do is I'd intentionally go in to connect and receive messages. So what I'm going to get you to do here is I'm going to get you just to drop into your body for me. So you close down your eyes. And I'm just going to put a little bit of background music on here, if I can make this work. I'm just going to get you to drop down into your body and take a few deep breaths for me. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again. And I want you just to take this moment just to be aware of the surroundings of your energy, just around your body. Just check in, make sure that you're not holding any tension anywhere. Just relax that down. It might be the shoulders, it might be the feet. Just scanning. And now I just want you to imagine in your mind's eye a 3D box shape. So what I mean by 3D is that you can just see all sides of this cube box. It might come through as a box for you. Maybe it's more like a rectangle. That's okay too. However it comes in for you is fine. And now I just want you to take a moment to imagine that you are actually standing in front of that cube. You are standing right in front. And as you stand in front of this cube, you notice that there's a door. There's a door in this cube or this rectangle that will allow you to enter. I just want you to pause here for a moment. And I just want you to check the outside of this shape. Maybe take a check-in of the ground below you. You visualize anything outside of the cube. And then I want you just to walk up to the door. So you're standing right opposite the closed door. And as you're standing here, just looking at the closed door, I want you to notice On the front of the door is the sign that you've received from Spirit today. So whether that is an angel number, whether that's a symbol, maybe it was a physical sign that was given to you, like a feather. Just want you to notice that that is now on the front of the door. You might just want to take in what the door looks like, what color it is. Do you have any feeling about this door? And now, as we go to enter through this door, what we are going to do is we're actually going to enter a scene. And this is going to be a scene that's attached to the message that needs to be received from Spirit. So just as you open this door and you enter this room, I want you to take a moment just to look around. Are there any people in this room? Are there any shape or objects? Is there furniture? Or maybe there is drawings or pictures on the walls. Now this is going to be very, very different each time that you enter this room. But we have set our intention to receive a message for the sign that's on this door. So I'm just going to give you a moment here to explore what's going on here in this room for you. Maybe you can see visions in this room. You can use your clairaudience to hear any sounds. Maybe you will receive some information in the feeling space. Maybe you will have some knowing. What is it that you need to know? Take a moment to explore. You might want to look in some drawers, or if you're outside, you may want to connect with nature. What is it the universe wants you to know? What are the messages that you need to receive? Just allow yourself to sit for a moment and receive the information that needs to be given to you. You can ask for guidance here or any messages. Maybe you want to ask for action that you need to take. And I just want you to trust here in this space. I want you to know that while you're here in this space, everything that you receive into your mind is being delivered to you from a higher source. So trust the information. Trust what it is that you need to see. You have received multiple signs over the course of the day, and you want to explore this more. I invite you to check the room, see if there is another door that you need to open. If you find this door, just place the symbol that you've received on the door, knowing that when you step through to this next space, that there are more messages that need to be delivered. More corners that you need to explore. More expanse for you, expanding, moving. You may choose to step through this door now and explore. Or if there's no door available for you, you can just do a last check around in this room. Make sure that you haven't missed anything. And then I'll just invite you to come back to me here. Now, if there was a second door that you wanted to explore, feel free to just pop this on pause and just continue through that door to receive some more information and guidance. What I recommend that you do now is just take a moment just to journal down some information that you may have received. You might want to note something that you've seen or heard in this room. And don't worry if it doesn't really make sense to you just now. And just trust that this information has come to you for a reason. It may take a little bit of time for it to either come to fruition or for you to fully understand what that message was. But just trust the information that was received. I have had some extremely big realizations by going through this guided journey to just unravel the information and the signs that I have received. And sometimes at first, it's a little bit confusing, but I promise you that, if you continue to just use this practice, and it can just take a few minutes, you just need to drop into your body, visualize that room and the door, and then just be open to receiving. I hope that this actually helps you to receive messages from spirit and from the universe. And really, more so, that it teaches you to trust in what you are receiving, be it during the day, be it by doing this, meditation. But it really just builds up trust with yourself and spirit to understand that, the field is always talking to us, right? There's always messages, there's always guidance, but often we get busy and we dismiss those signs as coincidences, or often we find logical explanations for those things. So just take this moment to really use this guided journey to dig a little bit deeper, dig a little bit deeper inside of that. And, it may be, if you're receiving, it could be just sounds, and you get to that door, you can just imagine on the door the sound that would be produced, maybe a picture of the sound, or where the sound's coming from. And when you enter the room, you will hear that sound, and everything will come in for you. Don't worry if you get into the room and at first things aren't clear for you either. I have done this where I've entered a dark room, and it's took me a little bit of time to really just focus and really work out where I was and what was happening. And don't worry if that happens either. So just allow. It's just more about the surrender and the allowing of the information to come through. So I hope that this helps you. I'd love to hear, if you did get something out of that when you connected, if you did get information. And it's really just a way to get downloads. That's all it is. It's just a way to actually get downloads from the spirit world when they're giving us these signs and we don't really understand the downloads. As you kind of get more comfortable and more trusting in your intuition, you will, see these signs, and you will start to get automatic downloads. And you're just training yourself to look for those pieces of information, and then the trust piece allows you to kind of download on the spot, I guess, once you get really comfortable for that. But this is a really good way to springboard that. Alrighty, so I will leave that with you, and I hope that you find this to be a valuable tool. Alrighty, bye for now.